Hello, Internet! It's time for another Wednesday's cereal thing. First up, I want to talk about why I haven't been doing as much lately. First off, my weekly pull is being just pulled down and down and down because of stuff going on with DC. I hear that they're going to be taking away like the few $2.99 comics that I'm interested in. That hurts. I don't know. If that goes away, I don't know what I'll be reading at DC because I'm pretty much exclusively on that and I think Batman proper. And that's about it. And Marvel has been killing me. You have things like Last Days with Spider-Woman going on, so we have a comic that's going along fine that has to essentially have a new status quo when they reboot to try to bring in people as opposed to the people who've been reading it for 10, but honestly about 3 less issues because we've had the whole Spider-Verse thing. Everything going on with Peter Parker's Spider-Man's disappointing. I believe I've talked about that before. Even stuff like right now, like the Casey and April Turtles thing. If you haven't, skip it. It's boring. On the other hand, Welcome Back is one of the few comics I've read recently that's really blown me away. It's willing to go places a lot of comics won't. This is really a mature comic in some of the immature ways. But it's fun for that. It has some amazing, really comic booky art, full, colorful pages. This is just a blast. If you're looking for something, check this out. It's the only issue of anything I'm really recommending right now. Part of stuff is like I haven't been reading some comics because I feel like I should more than I want to. The number one, other than Swamp Thing, is Wolf. I just went through these, and Ilskot has really blown me away with Zero, and there is some talking head stuff in there, but there's also action. There's also kind of this methodical toe to it. It's a much more crafted story. This is supposed to be a hard-boiled paranormal detective with a death wish, but he's immortal. That's why he has the death wish, because immortal people have to have a death wish. That's the rules. That's a big part of what this is supposed to be setting up. There's these ideas of myths and mysticism, and you have, these immortals running around. You have hypnotists, you have Cthulhu-faced guys, you have vampires, and allusions to a few more things so far. But what it comes down to is people talking in a room to each other when you have all this stuff that's supposed to be leading to cool, colorful pages. But the most colorful pages we've gotten are the first two, where we see, it turns out to be our main character, is on fire. I'm not spoiling anything, this is the first 2 pages. And then we go to talking heads talking about it. And then from there on for 2 issues, basically it's just talking heads talking about things. How boring. This is... No. Not okay. And when there's nothing dynamic, there's nothing really interesting about it, and I can't blame the art staff here. At a certain point, if they're only given talking heads and no kind of threats, no sort of overhead ideas, no tension, nothing to latch onto to have a visual angle, there is no reason for this to be a comic book. If everything you have is purely dialogue, except for maybe a brief few things that could honestly just be explained, go to another medium. So, yeah. The other thing that's been throwing me off is I had to rearrange the room because of electrical issues, because of the crappy wiring in my house, apparently. So things are still askew. Yeah, I don't know. Stuff's everywhere, unorganized, and I should take time to figure it out. I've just not wanted to, because I've had to reorganize my comic collection about 3 times in the last 2 years. I don't wanna. Yeah. So, what was me? If you guys want to talk more trades or stuff like that, let me know. I want to try to move more that way, as I've been saying, yada yada, but yay, Comic Therathum, and yeah, talk to y'all later with stuff.